Hi there, and welcome back to another episode on Let's Talk Football Careers with myself, Barry, and today's special guest, Scott Nisbet. How you doing, Scott?
Barry, thanks for having me on. I'm doing really good. So far, so good at the moment, Barry. Excited to do your podcast with you.
I believe this is the first podcast you've done.
This is the first ever podcast I've ever done, and I can't believe I pressed the right buttons and got through right away to you.
On the screen there, I was delighted. So what I'll do, right, as I do with all my podcasts, right, is I'll just do a wee summary, right. So you're 57-year-old now. You were born on 30th of January. Versatile football player, played defender, midfielder, right back, and you were born in Edinburgh. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
What team did you grow up supporting in, Scott?
Rangers.
Me, Rangers as well. So you lived the dream.
Rangers.
The whole family like that. And was that your family that got you into Rangers at a young age? Or?
My dad was at the Rangers, and at the time, when I was playing with Salvation Boys Club at the time, I was playing with Hibs, Hearts, Tottenham, Leeds, Dundee United, and then Rangers came along, and that was it. That was it for me. And then I got offered to sign for Rangers. John Gregg offered me to sign for Rangers, and I jumped at the chance. To sign.
What was John Gregg like as a man? I mean, a person, a man, somebody to coach you along. What was he like?
Oh, unbelievable! He came in my house in Edinburgh, Muir House. That's where I lived. I lived in the ghetto. I always remember that I lived in the ghettos in Muir House. Train spotting with the farm train spotting. Not the best area, but he pulled up with David Provan in this most beautiful Jag in the ghettos, and I saw him coming out of the car, and the whole street was out, to see John Gregg, and I done a runner. To be honest with you, I let my mum. I was that nervous. I let my mum deal with him. I was more worried that nobody would nick his car.
You were the guy that usually goes to Ibrox and you would charge £1 to watch a car at that moment.
That's it. You know what I mean?
I've got to here just summarising a wee bit further. You had over 100 starts for Rangers. You also made 17 sub appearances, scored 9 goals, and you had 2 red cards in your career. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. The red card was against one of them was against Celtic. Because the week before we played Celtic the week before, and Haley got sent off. Matt Walters got sent off. Terry Hurlock got sent off. And I always remember running over the dugout and shouting to the gaffer, I mean, "Gaffer, what do you want us to do now?" Because we had 3 players sent off. And he just looked at me and said, "Rose Z, everything Rose Z, keep it under 5.
Unbelievable, eh? Different times, different times. But I mean, your career came to an end, but I mean, for what I've got here in your career, I mean, what you achieved during that time. I mean, you were managed under Graham Souness, Walter Smith, Jock Wallace, John Gregg. I mean, Rangers royalty sitting right there, eh?
The best of the best, yeah. Best of the best.
And you were joining at Rangers, starting the most successful period of modern times as well. I mean, that was around about the start of 9 in a row time, eh?
That was it. Soon as came, then the revolution came. We got the big players: Terry Butcher, Chris Woods, Ray Wilkins. World Cup players. Gary Stevens, probably the best right back in Britain. At the time as well, the best centre half in Britain, along with Goffey, Big Butch, best midfielder in the world, Ray Wilkins, Mark Catley. Some of the players were phenomenal, and then that was it. It took off. Then we all took off, and that was it. But what we had in the squad was a great bunch of lads, proper bunch of boys. Yeah.
I mean, how is that dressing room? I mean, how is that? I mean, in comparison to nowadays, it's so different. But I mean, in that dressing room, and how close you must have been with the guys. You still keep in touch with them?
Yeah. We're on a group chat which was started by Alistair Aird during COVID, and there's myself, Stu Monroe, Coisty, John McDonald, Jimmy Stewart, Derek Johnston, Durrani, Big Dave McPherson, David Campbell, Stuart Beattie, Colin Miller. We're on a big group chat, so we're still sticking together even to this day.
Because you guys have shared experiences and nobody else has shared that experience with. I mean, only you guys know what that was like for the inside there.
That's it. Plus when Souness left the club, and then the gaffer took over. Walter took over, and he brought him the best of the Scottish players. You know what I mean? Things changed.
You brought in David Robertson. He was on the show, and he says Bottom
Robbo, brilliant guy. Me and Robbo, we grew up together, coming through the Scottish youth ranks and playing against each other and everything like that as well. So great lad, Robbo. Ian Ferguson, what a midfielder he was. Stuart McCall, unbelievable. Great, the goalie, my mate. I love the goalie. I miss him to this day. So, but
we've lost so many good Scottish football over the years recently.
That's it. Big Slim, Dave McPherson as well. And you got to remember, but maybe we played the Champions League. It was only three form rule as well.
That's what cost Chris Woods' place initially, I believe, and then that was
that's why the English boys all ended up leaving, and the gaffer had to come in and rebuild the squad again, and he bought the best of the Scottish. You know what I mean? And it was a Champions League when it was a Champions League. When you were champions, you played in the Champions League.
The Leeds game was in that was when we played Leeds as well,
That's when we played Leeds in the Battle of Britain, and that's when we beat them, and then we got in the group stage. We were Marseille, CSK, and Bruges, and to this day, I still believe Marseille bribed their way. To win. We should have been in the final. We went undefeated. We went undefeated in that Champions League. Unbelievable run we went through, and we went through 44 league games undefeated as well. And then Marseille,
the best season Rangers,
it was a phenomenal squad with the 3-4 rule as well, and Marseille went on to win it, and then they get caught bribing the French league and stripped of the title, and their chairman goes to jail for 6 years.
And you can't take the game back 6 months and say, right, well, we'll start the game range. I think it was AC Milan that they played in the final.
That was it. We should have been in the final. We should have been in the final. To this day, we all know Marseille bribed their way through.
But I mean, that's how good the team is. At the time, the teams, that was what they had to resort to. It was terrible. I can remember that Papan played in that team as well.
It was a brilliant squad, brilliant bunch of boys. And I'll tell you what else was we were famous for was our training games were absolutely brilliant. Scotland v England training games, and I'm talking about we would kick lumps with each other, even on a Friday before a match, even on a Tuesday before a game on a Wednesday. It was brilliant. What
was Walter like at training? I mean, what's been going off his seat? I love that as well.
The gaffer, he was involved in the games. He played in the games, him and Archie. That was it. They were just as bad.
Who was a better player at him and Archie then?
That's a good one. The gaffer was probably a better player. But when Archie used to let rip. No, I mean,
I mean, we've mentioned Walter there, we've mentioned Archie. Could we give a nod to Jimmy Bell as well, please? I mean, just your experience with Jimmy Bell, another one who I was saying we've lost so many good people throughout the club in Scottish football.
Jimmy was brilliant. Not only was the guy, he was a bus driver, he was everything. You know what I mean? Lovely guy. He could have wrote books upon books at his time at Rangers. Probably the most successful kit manager in the world. Lovely guy, lovely family as well. Sadly missed. Very sadly missed.
Right. Ian Ferguson was telling me a story that when they up at the bill under Jimmy's name up at a hotel, I'm sure it was up at St Andrews or something, they said maybe slightly after
it was me Dodie,
right.
we George Suter, we Dodie, and all the boys, the drinks bill, they put on his room. You know what I mean?
You just imagine it was always
we Dodie in the morning getting up to check out at the Russell's Hotel, and they presented him with his bar bill. He went he went ballistic. It was about 400 quid. Oh.
I think everybody else was like £20 or £30 at the time we were staying there.
We just kept putting on Dodie's room.
Just imagine the reaction. You can only imagine. Can I go though, right back a wee bit to you scored a hat trick in a friendly versus Valletta. That was when Jock Wallace then called you up in the next season.
That's when I made my debut in Malta. I was a centre forward, you know, and that was the position, and that was it. And then what had happened is Jock Wallace left, and then Souness came in, and we played a game against Dundee, and Souness says, "Nizzy, we're struggling for players. Can you play centre half?" And I said, "I'll play centre half." So I played centre half, and I had one of the best games ever. And Souness came in and came right up to me and went, "You're never playing centre forward again." You know what I mean? that was it. I never played centre forward again. And then,
what age would you have been there, Nizzy? What age would you have been?
Oh,
85, so
about 19, 20, something like that. No?
You just get told, but you're not going to argue because this is why the Rangers fans loved you as well, because you were like all the Rangers fans. You would play anywhere just to be on that pitch. Yeah?
That was it. And then we played again. I was on the bench against Hearts at Tynecastle, and Kevin Drinkle got injured. And Souness just leaned forward and looked at me about, "Right, Nizzy, centre forward. No, Drinks is coming off. You're going on centre forward." And I looked at him, I went, "I thought I was going to play centre forward again." He just looked at me and went, "Fucking centre forward." So I went on the pitch, Tynecastle, and I scored.
Couldn't make it up.
That's it. And then as soon as he come in after the game, he went, if Drinks is not fit enough for Wednesday, because we're playing Hearts again on Wednesday in the semi-final of Skull Cup, he says, "You're centre forward again at Hampden." You know? And I scored on that as well. Then he dropped me. That's football, isn't it? Oh.
I mean, you made your debut against Mother, you were saying there. I mean, how did that feel, making your debut, your first full proper debut for Rangers? I mean, your family there, who was there?
Oh, but all my family were there. My aunties, my uncles, my mum, my dad. Which was funny because we had to keep them separated.
I mean, was your dad good with you when you were younger? Did he call you a bit or what?
My dad and my uncles, yeah, and my brother David as well. No, so they were a big influence in my career. And there's a story I played. I've also played after the Motherwell game. I played against, I think it was Hibs at Easter Road, and we drew with Hibs at Easter Road, if I remember right. And I got a broken nose. I was playing centre forward, and I got a broken nose, and I got a huge black eye. So on the Monday, I went into the change room, and all the boys getting their wages, and they're all talking about their bonuses. And I looked at my wages, and so I had to go upstairs to see Jock Wallace. You know? So I chapped at the door. Jock Wallace says, "Nizzy, in you come." He says, "What is it, son?" And I says, "Gaffer," I says, "all the boys are downstairs. They've all got bonuses. And mine, I've got a broken nose and a huge black eye." And he looked at me, he went, "I can't give you a bonus, son." I went, "How no?" He says, "You're on a YTS." I got a broken nose and a huge black eye for £29.50. Oh.
Is that what you? I was going to ask. That's what you were on.
I was on a government training scheme. The YTS.
Did you get an agent in that later on in your career, or was that something that you went without your whole career?
I went without until Souness came in, and I got wee Bill McMurdo.
Right.
No?
Mm-hmm.
That was
He
it.
was
So,
aye.
So well, he was one of very few agents about at the time,
Mm-hmm.
And that was
it.
it. So,
was it not him that played a part in Mo Johnston joining the Rangers as well?
Mo, yeah, I used to travel with Mo. From Edinburgh, me and Mo used to share a car. With him and his two bodyguards.
It was
unbelievable.
Just try to describe that to people that are watching it. I mean, I know what it was like, but go and try and describe it, right? So, Mo Johnston had effectively been paraded in a Celtic trip a week before it. Everybody thought he was gone from Mo back to Celtic.
Exactly. And all this is going to be in my book when it comes out in September. But like you say, Mo, the week before, Mo was going paraded with Billy McNeil in the Celtic strip. And I always remember that, you always know when there's something going on at Rangers, when the front doorman, right? And the front doorman was Stan, who was a lovely guy at the time, was dressed in his full commissioner gear, the hat, the gloves, if you know what I mean. So, like, who we signed? Then it started rumbling through, We've signed Mo. No, we have. Coyce's up there talking to him already. I'm not like what Ian Ferguson and David Cook said. You know what I
mean? I could imagine. They just shot right to the hip.
That was it. And we went training on the minibus. We had to go to Jordan Hill, and then we came back. And by the time we came back, there must have been about 2,000-3,000 Rangers fans protesting outside Ibrox, and we had to run the gauntlet through the Rangers fans. And then we were told, showered, shave, get ready, and then Souness came down with Mo and introduced us, and Mo came round and shook everybody's hand.
Man, I mean, it was a great signing for Rangers, and to be fair, Souness did say at the time this transfer will change the outlook of Scottish football.
That was it. It changed everything. You know what I mean? And then eventually the fans had to accept it, and then they did accept it when he scored his goal against Celtic.
That was the last couple of minutes of the game left at Ibrox.
But Mo had the biggest, hardest minders I've seen, and I used to travel back and forward in the car with them. You know what I mean? So
you want to lift your boy? No, I'll just get the bus at school.
They were big, solid boys. You know what I mean? Big, solid boys.
And did they speak to you as well? Or did they you never spoke to them?
Yeah. I knew them. They were Edinburgh boys. You know what I mean? Right. So they were security for Rocksteady when he used to do all the student at the time. So they were the two the top doormen, or what do you call it, protection guys.
It's one of the moments where in time where you could take yourself right back. Where were you when you heard that Mo Johnston signed for Rangers?
That's it. You know what I mean? So there we go. So, but he turned out to be a great signing.
He did. He went on and scored loads of goals, and he kept McCoist on the bench for a wee while, I believe, as well.
He did that. You know what I mean? So he done well, Mo. But he had his problems. He had his barney with Souness, a few barneys with Souness, as we all did. You know what I mean? So that was it.
Right. Can you mind the specific team talk that Souness maybe gave that made you think just like, wow, this guy's miles ahead of his time,
What, you talking about, like player-wise?
Pretty much team talk, just before you head out to play somebody, whether it was Celtic or
I remember one time Souness came in and he burst the door open at half time. And he was giving everybody a bollocking. Absolutely effing and seeing to everybody. Didn't matter if you were Terry Butcher, Ray Wilkins, you know what I mean? Didn't matter. He was giving everybody a bollocking. And he turned around to everybody and went, I'll tell you what, you will be fucking sacked before I will. No,
Oh, yeah.
that was his half-time team talk.
That works. You're like, you imagine that nowadays. Like, all the players would be speaking to their agents and everything. That's at work.
We played Dundee up at Dens Park, and we're pumping them, Dundee, but we couldn't score. Just one of these games, first half, couldn't score. Ray Wilkins loses the ball in midfield. They do one pass, split the back four, through, and the score. No, half time. Souness comes in, bangs the door open, walks up to Ray Wilkins. Ray, you've got 90 caps for England. How the fuck can I tell you how to fucking play football? What you just did there was absolutely shocking, rubbish, crap. No, and Ray Wilkins got up and apologised to the whole team in the nicest accent in the world. They stood up and put, sorry chaps, that was my fault. No, and so second half we bet Dundee 3-1, and after the game we're all having a shower, and there was me and Coisty in the shower, and then Ray Wilkins came into the shower, and Coisty turned around to Ray Wilkins and went, I got you in the shit there, didn't I?
I was a dressing room like no other. I mean, you can't compare.
That was
it.
And we just burst out laughing and all that. You know what I mean? That was just Coisty's humour. You know what I mean?
And he's up with himself. I mean, I've tried reaching out to him, but he must get asked about 1,000,000 times a day. Can you come on my podcast? Can you come on my podcast? Oh. I just love talking all these wee stories and hearing the wee stories for you guys like yourself who are involved in it. It's amazing. But see, moving on a wee bit, right? You nearly actually joined Spurs, but under 10 at Terry Venables. But as soon as we made the move,
that was it. Soonest tried to sell to first. Soonest tried to sell me to Dundee, you know, and I refused to go to Dundee. Me and Soonest had a massive, big bust up, and I went from training and playing for the first team to subbing the reserves. You know, because I wouldn't go to Dundee because he wanted to buy Nigel Spackman.
That's right. I've got his name in there.
So I refused to go. So I went from playing for first team, training with the first team, to subbing the reserves and training with the reserves. And then a couple of weeks later, I get called up to the manager's office. You know, and then as soon as he goes to me, have you been tapped? I said, what do you mean? I says, have you been tapped? And he's looking at me right in the eye. And I said, I've not got a clue what you're talking about, Gaffer. He says, I've just had Terry Venables on the phone, want to buy you for 750 grand, and I've told him to fuck off. I went, okay then. And I walked to his office and went, hold on, Dundee, London. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you think you just tried to games with you at this time?
I'll tell you what, I would have knocked back that as well. I wanted to stay at Rangers. So, but I'm quite glad that Stringfellas would have killed me.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Honestly, man, there's some stories that you're just telling us here. I mean, I've also looked in. Could you discuss the Chris Eubank goal celebration? Where the hell did that come from, though?
Oh, that was the night we played St Mirren, and I'm sure that was the night Eubank fought Michael Watson.
Right.
And then Eubank put him in the coma. You know what I mean? That night, But I love Eubank. You know what I mean? That was going to be. I wanted Eubank to win the fight. So that's when I scored the goal.
It was brilliant.
I did the Eubank celebration. You know?
You still do that yet? No, you're not quite number with that. No. I was speaking to Andy Dibble. Speaking of being good with the hands, I was speaking to Andy Dibble. You still keep in touch with Dibs, don't you?
Now and then, yeah. Now and then, yeah. Yeah. He was over here on holiday a couple of months back, but I missed him because I was away off the island because I live in Lanzarote, so he was here on holiday, but I missed him, which was a shame because I would have liked to have met him had a couple of beers with him. Well, lovely lad.
So sound. He says that the 10 games that he played, 9 or 10 games that he played with Rangers, he says nothing compared to it. He says it was the best experience of my life. It's got the 9 in a row tattoo and everything.
To play for Rangers, to support Rangers, to play for Rangers, and to run out that tunnel, it's a dream come true. It's an honour, an absolute honour.
Can I talk about a stat that you might not know is that you're one of 110 players that played a part in 9 in a row times, So it's a good one. That you're one of 110 players that played for Rangers during the 9 in a row time.
That's right. Aye, that's it. So, and I remember one game in Pacific. We played Aberdeen the last game of the season, and we had to win the league.
Yeah.
If we never won that game, we wouldn't have won 9 in a row.
No. Was that the game that Haley scored the header? Mark Waters crossed it in. Was that
That's
game?
it. That's it. When Haley scored the header, Tam Cowan broke his leg. Bomber snapped his Achilles. As well. And
but Ian Ferguson said to me, he says that's the only game in his career. He says, without coming across arrogant, he says that's the only game in his career he knew the Rangers were winning that day. He says nothing else happened, and he was saying that everybody was all moved about.
We were so hyped up for it. So that was the season Souness left to go to Liverpool, and then Walter took over.
Aye. And this was, you were playing most of your football. We've not even touched into it because, it's became what your Rangers career is. And actually, for me, does you a wee bit of disservice because there was so much more to your career. But the Club Brugge goal, couldn't just recall that. You've been went over that 100 times, but bloody hell, man.
It was, Haley got sent off. I tell you what, Durrani scored a great goal. We went 1-0 up.
One each at the time when you scored there.
Yeah. And then Haley got sent off, which he should never have got sent off. Should never have got sent off for that. We were down to 10 men. Then they scored, made it 1-1. And then that was it. And the gaffer's team talk was keep fighting, keep battling. 60-40 balls, go and win it. And that was it. So Trevor Stephen tried to cross a ball, came off with Stuart McCall's back. I went in to go in a tackle with the boy. The boy pulled out, and I hit it. It clipped off the top of his boot. And then when I looked at it in the air, it was heading towards Hart Hill. That was it. So, and the next thing, it bounced right in the 6-yard line and right over and then it just went right to the right over the keeper's head. I couldn't have done it if I tried 100 times. You know what I mean? So
you celebrated that like a fan that day. I remember seeing the celebration of that, and I'll put a video up on top of where we're talking about the end of this, but it was brilliant.
Yeah, it was a big celebration after it. You know what I mean? And that's it. And we held on with 1-2-1. It was a magnificent night, and we went undefeated in the Champions League. That was it, undefeated, and that's how today we all know Marseille bribed their way to the final.
I'll never sit right that. You'll never properly go over that because it's the one key thing. For again, going back to all the players and ex-coaches, if you get beat and you've done your best and it was fair, you can take it. But there's always that niggle way. That wasn't right.
That's it. So, but it was a great run, great achievement. And all the boys proud to be part of it as well. It was a great memory for the club and the fans as well.
So were you at the San Siro, or what was the teams that were in that? You said sorry, Club Brugge.
Club Brugge, CSK Moscow, and Marseille.
Marseille, aye. The reason I was building up to that is what was the biggest stadium outside Ibrox, or best stadium outside Ibrox you've enjoyed playing at? I was going to ask.
When we played in the Champions League against Dynamo Kiev. So that was nearly. I think that was nearly about 100,000 there. Unbelievable. You couldn't see the ball for the smoke, because everybody was smoking. You know what I mean? It it was the flares. It was all their fags, all the fans' fags. You know what I mean? You couldn't see the ball. There we
Change
go.
times again. You look at that, imagine that in the football ground now. You can't even vape in the football ground, I don't think. But no, I just wanted to touch into that. I mean, like, you know, where you've played and some of the experiences. I mean, even just flying out as a Rangers player, out in the plane, arriving up into the coach. I mean, you'll get shown around the stadium a day before the game, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you got the day before a game. If you fly out the day before a game, get there, train on the pitch, and then straight to the hotel, rest, and then prepare for the game that next game day. No?
Amazing, takes you back, amazing memories, And there on, I mean, 3 months down the line, this is, I mean, if you could tell us how your career went for you, I mean, you picked up an injury that wasn't really thought as serious as it was going to be. I mean, could you just talk us through it, Scott? It'll be easier for you rather than me.
I got a hip injury after the Bruges game. We played Celtic, Parkhead, and I had to come off, and then I got sent down to Harley Street to see the top people on Harley Street, Dr. Browett and Gilmore and all that, and Harley Street.
You're old, at the time,
I was 25 at the time, yeah. Yeah. And I got the results, got the test done, got the results, and then they told me that I had to retire my hip. My hip was knackered, totally knackered.
This is again, Scott, sorry to interrupt. This is again, if you're in football, there's things in place now to say, right, we'll help this character, we'll help this guy.
Nowadays, I could have, it was different back then, but nowadays, because of new techniques, I could have still played on, if you know what I mean. But back then,
but even if you couldn't, you would have had somebody there to help you, to guide you through it mentally, to say, right, this is what your life's going to be like now. Because I mean, to come to there and that ought to stop, that must, I couldn't even imagine.
That was it, and they were right, because now I've just had 2 new hips put in as well. No, so when I had been back,
you must feel robbed of so much of your career, because I was looking there at that time. That was when you were starting to establish yourself as a first team player. I mean, you played 17 games up until then. That season with the Champions League 92-93, but prior to that, you had 25 league appearances as well.
That's it.
It must be.
I was in talks. I was also in talks of a new contract as well. No, so I was absolutely gutted. But when I look back now, I fulfilled my dreams. I played for the club I loved. No, I couldn't have asked for any more to run out that tunnel in front of 50,000 Rangers fans. We went on to win 9 in a row. So that as well, with the run in the Champions League, like I say, played in the British Cup, won that as well. Two first team Glasgow Cups as well. 3-time Scottish and British Masters champion, and then won the Hong Kongs. So as well, two new hips as well. There we go.
You put the old ones in your trophy cabinet beside
them. Put the old ones in, but the 2 new ones. That's it. You know what I mean? So
you look back at a lot of your trophies and medals and that, or is it something that they just in a drawer? I mean, how do you?
I look back and everything like that. So it's great. It's great. Absolutely great memories. No, absolutely great memories.
And you had the testimonial the year after, That was like a Rangers.
That's it. Because I was honoured when the gaffer and Sir David Murray Rangers gave my testimonial. No, because I'd been there since I was 12 years old. No, so and I brought all the ex-players back. No, it was a great night. Oh, an absolute brilliant night.
David Murray. How was David Murray? I mean, your relationship with David Murray?
I liked him, Mr. Murray. He was at the time. He was good for Rangers at the time. No, we brought in some brilliant players. Under Souness and Walter Smith, the gaffer, as well. You know what I mean? So he was a really good
It's hard. I don't think, I mean, it's just my opinion, but I don't ever think that his full intention was to set Rangers the way he was. I mean, when I was growing up, I was growing up at 12, 13-year-old during all the times, and it was sensational times. It was great to watch football. You didn't take on what was happening. You just enjoyed it. And but Rangers are in a better place now. I mean, you obviously.
I'm delighted now. Everything's got new owners now. The debt's been cleared. Players are starting to come in now. The squad's looking a lot stronger than what it has been in the last few years, and I'm excited about this season because I think we're going to do it this season. I think we're going to win the league this season, so I'm really, really excited about the season.
It's nice to see the club a wee bit more stable now. I mean, you need a strong Rangers and a strong Celtic as well for the league to thrive.
That's it. That's it. We've been on the roundabout far too long now. So now we're off the roundabout. Pressure's on now. Manager needs to deliver now because the fans have been through far too much now. So we need trophies, but I want the league. I want the league. You know what I mean? I want the league back. I want the league back where it belongs.
Aye, definitely. And do you get back much? Do you get to Ibrox much? You've been.
But the last time I went back was when Bill resigned after the Aberdeen game.
Yeah,
that was the last. I was in the Cooper Suite for that one, and that was a shocking performance that afternoon.
That was around about September, October time.
Sit in the stands and listen to the fans. Unbelievable. And they're quite rightly so because the performance was unacceptable. It was a shocking performance.
But again, to be able to experience the other side of what you see there, I mean, you talk about the fan base, and everybody does. It says it's either the best place or the worst place in the world to play your football. But I mean, you were fortunate enough the times you were playing. Although your career was cut short, you experienced some things that players like Tavel never even had experienced.
That's it. It's true. But lucky, I was fortunate I played in the good times. You know what I mean? The Rangers, we were dominant. We were winning everything domestically. Great runs in Europe as well. Great players, great signings for the clubs. And then Rangers went in a bad spell. But now we're off that roundabout now. Bright times are ahead now. Look forward to the season now, and we're going to. I fancy us strongly to win the league. I want the league back where it belongs.
Definitely. Well, can I just ask? After you finished with your football, what did you do up till maybe about for 20 years? What did you do then? Did you get into other work? Obviously,
I worked for a company. For Kappa, sporting clothing Kappa for a while. Then I went coaching abroad. I went coaching in Mallorca for a bit as well. And then I've opened my soccer school here in Lanzarote. And I've had that for 19 years now.
Okay. Yeah, God, there you go.
So my soccer school now is probably the longest, biggest and most successful in the world at the moment. So I coach all the kids that come on holiday. So we average about 40 kids a day. On the soccer school. So
and that's giving something back, eh? That's your way of giving it back to football, eh?
That's it. So for the last 19 years, been doing that. I can't believe next year will be 20 years with my soccer school. So it's been a huge success. It's been a privilege to give something back. And it's kept me involved with people. I've met lovely families, lovely kids, and families as well. So that's it. It's been a huge success. It was voted, I think, number 6 in the world for holiday sporting activities. It's
good. I'm just back from Mallorca, and it was absolutely cooking. We were over there last weekend. We got back, and it was absolutely cooking. But see, like you say, the sport aspect there. They all play at the right time. They all drink the right fluids. They're miles ahead of where we are.
That's it. We do the coaching in the morning when it's cooler. from 10 till about 12:30, which is it's a lot cooler before. In the afternoon, it's far too hot. So, but we get every nationality. We get the Scottish, English, the Welsh, Irish, Northern Irish. We've got German, Swiss on the soccer school, Italian on the soccer school. So, but football for kids, football's football. You know what I mean? So, and if you get kids that can't speak the language, and what we'll do is I'll put them in the middle of the group, so then they watch what the first half do, if you know what I mean. So
just pick it up.
Then they pick it up. You know what I mean? So that's it. So and then we click on. So we get every nationality. We get so it's, which is good. And
it brings everybody together, right? Do you know that shit that's going on in the football brings everybody together, right?
Were you just back? You see, just back from Mallorca.
Back from Mallorca, just a week past that.
I go there 4th of September for the ERSA Rangers convention.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that and meeting everybody there as well.
Did I not see you on a boat where Marvin Andrews was serenading everybody coming back into the dock?
Where the Big Marv took over the mic and the boat and the catamaran last year, and started singing all the Rangers songs, and it was absolutely. You've got our catamaran bouncing coming into the dock with Marv on it, and all the fans singing it, and you've got all these other people going on boat trips to stand and look at us just coming in there.
What's going on?
With all the Union Jacks over the boat. You know what I mean? It was brilliant, and it was a great trip last year at Tenerife with the ERSA, and I'm really looking forward to September for this year and meeting everybody and all the supporters this year. I'm having a few stories, meeting them at the Q&A and at the dinner as well, and just having a great time and a bit of banter.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's good, man. It's good to hear it. Now, just tapping into right, and we did speak about this off camera, because I definitely wouldn't hit you with this just live on the podcast there. But could you give us a wee health update, please, Scott? Because I know you've had a bit of a hard time in the last couple of years. Just for the fans. I was being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. It was in my kidneys, my lymph nodes, my abdomen, and my trachea. At the moment, I'm doing well. At the moment, my oncologist was really happy with me. I'm back in the hospital next month in August for CT, blood, and ultrasound, and then I go to on the 3rd of September before I go to Mallorca for the ERSA convention. Then I fly to Gran Canaria to see my oncologist for my results. But so far so good. So I'm still here. That's it. And in between that, I got two new hips put in as well. So it's been a bit of battle, been a bit of journey, but hey, I'm still here, and that's it. Still laughing and joking. No, brilliant, Scott. Well, best of luck with that. I mean, can we just talk into your book as well? You've got a book coming out, Red, White and True. Go on again, just tell us a wee bit about the book, how this. It was Alistair that you spoke to, I believe, eh?
Yeah. He's a person you could talk to as well, Alistair Aird as well. He'd love to come on your podcast as well. He wrote the book with me as well. This is not just a football book. This is about my life. This is for when I first signed for Rangers to the day I left Rangers, and what went on my life after Rangers as well. It's everything. My health, my divorce, my relationship, everything. To the massive support I had through my cancer battle as well, from all the Rangers fans and the football community as well, to the rats that who thought I was dead, who thought they could try and steal from me. So it's everything. It's Red, White and True. It will be out this September, and it's a book not to miss.
Cannot wait to get a read it, honestly, Scott. I'm sure everybody watching as well. You've also been kind enough to say that, and we're going to deal with this through Alistair, who I've been talking to as well, but we're going to get a signed copy of the book, and I'll do that as a giveaway to one of the Rangers supporters as well, just so that one person got that specific signed book for you. That'll be brilliant.
Yeah, there'll be a book to be given away for you to give in a competition as well. We'll get that to you and signed to you as well. Also, when you speak to Alistair as well, he'll mention all that as well. No, so
I'll get a wee chat with Alistair as well. He messaged me just before we came on, so I'll get a wee chat with Alistair as well. I'm just writing up here in, Scott, right? So a couple of quick fire easy questions, right? Best teammate?
Oh, my best teammate, Andy Gorham.
Andy Gorham. Miss him dearly.
I know Andy before he signed for Rangers. I travelled with him from Edinburgh back and forward as well. No, I met with him in Edinburgh. That's another story.
We'll read that for the book.
Next one.
So your toughest opponent?
Rudy Voller and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Was this against Marseille?
Yeah, as well, yeah. And Bayern Munich. No? So Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, what a player he was. So I used to call myself Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you, right, here's this will make you think a wee bit like, name the best 11 you played with. You can pick information.
Oh, goalie. Gary Stevens. Goffey. Bomber. Davy Robertson. Matt Walters. Ian Ferguson. Stu McCall. Trevor Stephen. I have to go back. I can't drop something now, can I? Because Coop. Coop's one of the most gifted. David Cooper, one of the best and most gifted players I've ever seen with a ball. You know what I mean? Unbelievable player. What more, 9 or 10 now?
You went through 4. If you were doing 4-4-2, you had 2 strikers left, but then you stopped and you remember. So you could take I've got to put Coisty and Big Mark up there as well. Up there as well. Because it's quite funny because Big Mark done all the work. Coisty got all the credit. No. I remember that. I remember seeing that when back in the days when you had VHS and McCoy was getting interviewed and Mark Gately came into the camera and he said that. He said, it should be me that's getting interviewed here. He says, I've done all the knocking down for you. So there was some partnership. He got to tell me that. Brilliant, man.
That was it. So it was good. No, but I could go on and on and on, but I think that's a great squad. You know what I mean?
And who would be the manager?
Walter Smith.
Right. Best manager, but you've ever worked with him, Mel.
Best manager. No, superb.
You seen the statue we've got now outside?
Sorry?
You seen the statue outside Ibrox now? And all that,
I've seen it, yeah. What a tribute, you know what I mean? What an absolute tribute.
But listen, Scott, it's been so good talking to you. I so appreciate you coming on. Give me an opportunity to talk to you. I'll talk to you again off camera. I'll get the video edited and that. And you got a wee message for the Rangers fans just before we round up?
Yeah, I just went to all the Rangers fans. I'm very, very excited this season. I think we're going to win the league this year. Keep supporting the team. I want to thank you all for your amazing support with my battle with stage 4 cancer. It's much appreciated to my heart. Thank you very, very much. And also, my book's coming out, Red, White and True, will be out in September. Buy it. It's a true story about everything. It's more than a football book. Everybody, take care, and I salute you.
Superb.